In this build, you guys are going to be scorching everything, setting everything on fire, spreading status effects, using your grenade and melees and all your abilities whenever you want, off cooldown, and just wiping out everything in the seasonal activity, in the legendary Lightfall campaign. Anywhere you want to go, this build has got you covered on Solar Warlock. Now, I know, the elephant in the room, Starfire Protocol. I know Starfire Protocol is so good, but this build is so much more fun. I have a lot of fun doing just a lot of actions per minute, just spamming our abilities and not worrying about killing myself with a fusion grenade. So let's get into it. This season with Lightfall, Daybreak did get a buff. They increased the maximum number of orbs that you're going to be dropping, also decreased the throw cost from 10% to 6.5%. They increased the damage to PvE combatants by 25%, and they decreased the base cooldown. So Daybreak is a huge piece of the pie. Of course, you could run well with this build if you want, if you really need the damage reduction. Along with Daybreak getting buffed, there are some amazing solar artifact mods in here that enable us to get this build up to max capacity. So make sure you unlock these. You're going to want to unlock the authorized mods for the grenades and also your authorized mods solar. This is just going to lower the cost of them. And then this one, Solar Surge, is going to allow you to become armor charged up, basically charged with light, every time you collect a fire sprite. And those fire sprites are going to spawn whenever we do damage with our Firebolt grenades. And we're going to get 2 Firebolt grenades. So all 3 of these kind of go together in a nice little package that makes this build amazing. For weapons, you just want incandescent. Anything with incandescent is going to do you very well. Now let's take a look at the mod customizations. So on our helmet, we've got double ashes to assets and then solar siphon. This is going to allow you to create orbs, and then ashes to assets helps you get your super up really fast. On your arms, we're going to put triple grenade kickstart. This is going to consume all of your armor mods, and it's going to give you grenade recharge back so that we can get those Firebolt grenades and we can constantly be throwing them. As long as you have a few armor charges, you're going to get a grenade back, and you can hold 2 of them. On our chest, we have triple charged up. Now, you don't need to go this crazy, especially if you are damaging enemies with your grenades. You could probably put a concussive dampener or sniper resist. If you need the resist, you could swap out one of these, but I'll show you the fragments in a minute. We don't really need resist as much. And then on our legs, we are going stacks on stacks so that we can build up that armor charge quickly. Since we are consuming all of it for our grenade, we do want to have some charge at some time, you know, in between throwing grenades. Whenever we're shooting our gun, we're going to get a solar weapon boost. And then on our class item, I've got double distribution and a bomber. You could also just put triple bomber here as well, and just make sure you're using your class ability a lot. We are using Dawn Chorus here. This is going to give your Daybreak projectiles Scorch, and it also increases your Scorch effects by 50%, I believe. And you also get a melee energy every time your Scorch effects damage a target. So you're always getting melee energy with this. You're always getting grenade energy because we built into it with our mods, and then you're doing so much Scorch, everything is blowing up, exploding, everything just synergizes perfectly, and it's a lot of actions per minute type of build. This is like just a spam everything build and just moving around quickly. You don't have to worry about, you know, sitting in your rift. And in fact, speaking of that, let's take a look at the subclass. Here's what I've got for my abilities. I'm actually using Phoenix Dive so that we get Cure here. This is going to cure you and nearby allies. If you want to, you can also use Heat Rises with this, and this will also scorch targets if you consume a grenade. So for Heat Rises, you have to consume a grenade. So it's up to you if you feel like your grenade recharge is fast enough to be able to use one just to consume it, basically. But I like Icarus Dash just because it's a nice little movement ability, especially with some of the activities we have. And then you're going to be using Celestial Fire. This is going to scorch each target, and it's also going to travel a lot further than the Snap would. But you could also run Snap if you want. I just prefer Celestial Fire. It's a little longer cooldown, but with Dawn Chorus, you won't even notice it. And then we're going to be using the Firebolt grenade. Of course, this grenade is great with all of these updates we've got going on. For fragments, we're going to be using Ember of Blistering, giving you grenade energy whenever you get ignitions, which is a lot. We're using Benevolence, which is going to give you increased grenade melee and class ability energy whenever you apply Cure, Restoration, or Radiant to others. So Cure with your Phoenix Dive, or we're going to be giving Radiant with our melee attacks. You could also swap this out for anything else if you really want. You probably don't need the regen for certain activities, so you could swap this out if you wanted. Then our third fragment is Ember of Torches. Powered melee attacks against combatants make you and nearby allies radiant. This is just a great 25% bonus for your weapons. And then we've got Ember of Ashes. This is pretty much mandatory for those more Scorch stacks. It's just going to increase everything exponentially. This is my custom loadout saved here, so you can screenshot it and save it if you want. I'm also going to put a dim link down below if I can do that. I'm not sure how updated dim is on the loadout system, but that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.